Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting game for the CCA. Thank you all for associating with us. I'm gonna be on the mic. I'm Butters, and our other person on the mic.
Masu, I'll be joining Butters today on the mic.
Yeah, two great teams fighting out today. Titans of Alterna and Creamed Corn, two Division 3 teams.
Yeah, no, really exciting Division 3 match today during our reschedule week, and two teams with huge expectations coming in, both undefeated so far, having to battle it out in reschedule week. I mean, what do you think of that, Butters? We get treated with some great meals today.
Definitely. Honestly, in my opinion, I think that they were purposely making it so that they had to bring it to the reschedule week just to make it a bit interesting on themselves, you know, get a few extra points, then keeping that 0 in their losses. But one of them's going to have to take a 1.
Exactly, yeah. It's all or nothing today, vying for that first seed as well. Like, just looking forward to the next few weeks, you're really going to want that in order to make a deep run.
Definitely, and that seed 1 will help you a ton going into playoffs. As, well, I mean, being 1 gives you a huge advantage.
I mean, yeah, I love to see that. I love to see the 0 in the loss column, making sure that stays just beautifully nice. But I mean, we're getting into match now. It's time to put those zeros to the test and see if they stay.
Heading on to our first match of tonight, Rainmaker on Scorch Gorge. Be interesting to see what their comps are going to be. Double Roller coming out, along with that Heavy Added and X-Flow. Very aggressive comp coming up from both of them. Both teams rushing to take mid control here. See which one opens up faster.
Yeah, really interesting to see double roller, some which we haven't really seen too much. Definitely a Div 3 surprise right here, but then the double range coming in for the side. And here we see Left Twix kind of just owning the middle, owning the platform. How do you think they're going to play this out here, Butters?
We're definitely going to be seeing a lot of, well, both teams are pushing out right now. Rainmaker's being picked off. Specials are going everywhere. 3 down on the side of Titans of Alterna. That's a wipeout as Team Cream Corn pops the Rainmakers, pushing up, grabbing that, looking to get the checkpoint right here. Cream Corn will be taking the checkpoint with only a minute.
Oh yeah, and that's really nice. Look at all this space and all the control that they're vying for early right here, and even getting some picks inside. And these specials are doing everything for them right now.
Dissect coming out. The T-Tech finding a wonderful pick on that Dynamo right there, looking to take out this Blaster, making Team Titans go down 3. Can they get the wipeout? Bringing the Rainmaker all the way to 21, looking to go a bit further, stopped by that wall for the 52. But the Rainmaker is fighting for their lives, but goes down.
Yeah, this little choke here is going to be brutal, just having to get through it with that double roller. Once you can get a little bit of paint there, they're just going to own the whole space and not allow you to get through that tiny little choke. I mean, what do you even do against that and 2 walls of paint being flung at you?
Team Titans of Alterna having to come back from that. It's definitely not impossible, but it's definitely an uphill battle from here. Missiles coming out from the Flingza, giving them the opportunity to make a push here, looking to take out that X-Flow. Rainmaker's making the push. Strikes come out. Rain comes out. 2 down on both sides. That's a wipeout!
They're just responding with that same energy. That's amazing. And you can see a little bit slower play, I think, from the side of Titans, but it's starting to pay off right here. They're just looking for those methodical picks, and right there's another on the Flingza, and it's looking like maybe that might be the solution to get through this choke. That's what they need, and they're about to take lead.
Heavy Edit doing a great job editing the score, making it so that Team Titans have to keep on fighting for this. Flings is the only one left. Jumps coming in, though it's going to be a wipeout! Team Green Corn popping the Rainmaker and taking mid.
Yeah, nice try there, but Cream Corn not able to solidify the kill fast enough, but still knowing how to play enough around it in order to mitigate kind of the effects, not letting enough jumps get in to really propel that push any further. And right here, it seems like the Roller wants to get in really quick. What do you think's going on there, Butters?
Roller's definitely trying to make the enemy team look at them. They've got their Kraken ready. They're trying to make an opening to allow the rest of their team to get this push. But it seems like they're trying to wait out that timer, get some more time off that clock so that Team Titans do not have the ability to make another push. They go down with 1:40 left on that clock. Titans are beginning to feel a bit of the pressure of that time constraint.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was nice the way that they kind of handled the time right there. Alts came up a little bit too late for the side of Cream Corn, and they weren't able to get the push that they wanted, but right now, it's kind of going to be Titan's turn here to kind of turn the tide, making their way in, and they're getting some nice picks. That's looking good for them.
3 down on the side of Creamed Corn. Team Titans are trying to push into this. They have the roller behind them. Roller goes down. Strikes come out. Ooh, Rainmaker gets barely picked, and 2 other go down on the side of Titans.
Yeah, no, they got to do something about Vermil over here. He's putting down some great paint, using those tri-strikes so effectively, just absolutely stopping pushes. There's not really anything to counter it with maybe some smart specials. We haven't quite seen it yet from Titans. They really got to find a solution, and it might be going a little faster than they're comfortable with.
Team Cream Corn picking up the Rainmaker as they are looking for that timer right there. 30 seconds are left on that clock. They have enough time. All they have to do is just hold the Rainmaker up on the snipe and just wait for Team Titans to push into them. Ray coming out, Blaster coming out, Blaster going down, but Rainmaker is not. Rainmaker doing a great job juggling around those Rays, but the Flings or Roller won't let them live. 14 seconds is left on the clock.
Beautiful pick from Pinecone, but unfortunately the Rainmaker's in just a little bit of a struggle spot right here. Roller's able to find one, and that's just going to be a little tough. Maybe if it would have fallen down, could have made something happen, but that's going to be the game going the way of Titans.
Both teams doing a great job getting off those pushes. Just Team Creamed Corn was able to get it to that 21 choke point right there, and were able to just push it a bit further than Team Titans. Very close match, very stall heavy on both teams. But
yeah,
to be fair, Scorch Gorge is a very stally map.
Yeah, for correction there, it was Cream Corn, and a lot of smart special usage there, right? Those tri-strikes always guaranteed stopping that Rainmaker looked really, really crucial. So usually both of the teams, right, they're going in, trying to get a pick and just kind of falling off of that, but they're kind of not looking at those key targets that have those key specials, and I think that was kind of pulsating the fight a bit at certain points, and just making a little bit of a struggle. Maybe a little bit more targeting is needed here.
Definitely, especially coming into our next map, which will be Clamblitz on Eeltail Alley. A very, well, pretty close also to a stall-heavy map. Very choke point heavy, especially with that right under basket area right there. Very good for that Explosher to come back out and be able to control that high heights and low lows.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the most unique maps we have in this game, just having a very wide open area at the bottom, which is key for those rollers that we saw last match, but then having a completely different front to the war up on the high ground. I mean, me personally, I like playing end zaps. I love playing down in the bottom, just being able to control a bunch of area. But I could see maybe the two different approaches not having a good time. I think we kind of saw a more heavy backline composition coming in for the side of Cream Corn. And I don't know how that's going to favor if they don't take control down at the bottom, though.
Definitely. But with that being said, Team Titans might be looking to come back in here with that 52 gal, with their ability to just hold that position, especially with underneath. There's not really much the other team can do against a good 52 with a good wall placement. Keeping it under wraps and hard to push into.
Yeah, for sure. Usually, Butters, when you're on here, what are you doing? What are you taking? What's your approach towards this map?
Well, you see, I play backline, so I do nothing. I sit in the back, wait for them to come to me, wait for my shot to get a pick or two, and then move up with him. Okay. So, we keep it simple, we keep it clean. And that's what I'm hoping to see out here tonight. Especially I'm hoping to see that Explo come back out and be able to not only control that upper area, but be able to pressure that lower area as much as that upper area.
Yeah, for sure. And we're coming in here. We're seeing a blaster coming in for the side of Titans. And not as many rollers as we saw last time, but H-Chips is still going to run it along with the Kraken as well.
Interesting to see Team Titans pulling out that the Tenta Umbrella. Tent goes down off the beginning, but we'll be seeing later how Titans will be able to play around that umbrella and having that extra ability to just take space and force the enemy team to look at them. Expo doing a great job stopping Team Titans from getting out of their base, pushing up just slowly enough. Ray coming out, and will be taking them out.
Yeah, definitely. The war of attrition seems to be up on the high ground, so this is definitely going to favor the composition which Cream Corn has been showing. That double backline really doing work. You can see right there, these holds are just going to be way easier for that more backline heavy kind of standard. You just have one choke point, look at it, and it leads to things like these right here, these big wipes of just kind of trickling down from a pick or two of someone who's in a bad position and just an easy target for two people looking from 70 miles away.
Definitely. Team Cream Corn looking to make a push here. They have Soda, they have Kraken, they have the clams right here. 19 clams is a lot of clams to work with. They're really looking to get an opening right here. The Slosher's looking for it right now. Going to be picking off the Blaster, maybe trying to push in here. Soda has come out along with the rain. Rollers pushing up. 2 down on the side of Cream Corn though.
Yeah, and right here we see H-Chips just kind of looking for the plays he wants, able to get one, looking for the second, decides to go back. But yeah, this could be a really dangerous area down here if it's not well kept for the side of Titans. H-Chips can kind of just go crazy and get more than one there if there's an opportunity.
Definitely. Team Titans are really looking to get a pick. This paintbrush coming up, not going to be finding anyone. 2 down on the side of Team Titans. Team Cream Corn make that 3. They have the clams to make a push here. Getting that ball together seems to be a bit of an issue, especially with the clam carrier going down, and 2 of them go down. We're in a very, very choked, cold map. 2 down on the side of Cream Corn.
Dang, that's heavy. If that would have been a little bit faster, maybe if they all just called one direction, that could have been a huge opening there. That was a lot of clams. And that could have maybe ended the game, because as you're saying right here, we're watching a lot of holding happening, Butters, and if you just get one good push, it could well be over for your opponents.
Explo pushed up. This paintbrush trying to get them out of there, really putting the aggression on right now. Going to be going down, but hopefully will allow the rest of their team to take that space that they've been taking. 52 going in, not going to be finding a pick, but also giving the rest of their team space. Tent trying their best to hold the upper area. Was a minute and 50 seconds left on this clock. Both teams are really doing a great job at just holding these choke points.
Yeah, the hold game is amazing here, and you can kind of see some of the struggles coming in for trying to create that offense right there. Kind of one of the ones that we've been spectating has been that paintbrush, just not enough range to kind of take the matchups. But someone's going to have to break through, whether that be a flank or whether that be a nice pick on someone who's just not in a good position. But it has to happen soon. We're coming in under a minute and a half.
Kent grabbing themselves a ball, looking to just completely oppress this the ball goes in!
Right there.
Team Titans getting the first score of our game, bringing their total to 71, and getting more as they use their reslider to give them more space. 62 points, everyone's jumping in. 59, Team Titans doing a great job at keeping up the score. S-Blast getting more clams in, bringing it all the way down to 44. Hence trying to get more in with a minute left on this clock. It is looking bad on the side of Cream Corn. Hence goes down.
There you go, and that's a ginormous opening. As I said, there's kind of no coming back from this. It needs to be a miracle for the side of Cream Corn, but you saw early on X-Splosh being delayed and has to jump out. That just led to a huge opening that allowed all those extra clams to come in. If maybe the X-Splosh hadn't jumped out, could have delayed for a little longer, gone the rest of the team. Took a nice position after, but it just wasn't the time for it. And now, there needs to be more time because 10-ish seconds about to come up and we don't have a clam.
Kraken coming out, sees a lot of players, going to be scattering them. The brush is still alive, but forced to back up. We have a ball in.
Comes in, yes.
2 down on the side of Titans, but there's also 2 down on the side. Roller going off, getting 2, but going down to the blaster.
There's
And
no
it isn't
one
going
left.
to be enough.
Ah, that's brutal right there. A giant push from Creamed Corn had all the ingredients except a few chefs. Just not enough clams right at the end. But that was a nice impressive push from the side of Creamed Corn to finish out the map.
It really was. Both teams doing a great job at keeping up their defense whilst being able to slowly trickle in an offense. Especially with that roller right there at the end and throughout the entirety of the game, just being able to catch people off guard and quickly get rid of them and send them back to the respawn locker. It was a very strong opening for Team Titans, but it just wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, for sure. And you kind of saw it was really a game of the last 2 minutes right there. That whole game came down to 2 pushes, and that kind of is what happens on Haggle whenever you have 2 teams that are so just kind of on the same level. You could see they were going blow for blow, pick for pick, and it's a treat to get to watch something like that. But now we're kind of moving on to Crab Leg, a newer map. And it's going to be splat zones, you know, having to play against a team that's kind of right there, you're playing at the same level on a mode like splat zones. That can be really interesting as you trade the point back and forth in rapid succession.
Definitely, it'll be very interesting to see how both teams play with this. As we've been seeing, these teams are very good at controlling the area that they take, and just being able to hold it is both teams' specialty, so whoever seems to get the zone first might be at a huge advantage here, especially if we're going to be seeing that X-Blow coming out from Creamed Corn again. Being able to just hold from behind a wall is really powerful, especially on a map like Crab Leg.
Yeah, for sure. And Crab Leg is a really interesting map. It kind of has some of the same ideas that we just saw on the last map, but kind of what's interesting about it is that it does have a little bit more of a flank presence. Something that we haven't seen these teams use too much. They haven't preferred that. Instead, they just kind of like to play for picks and then kind of go in off of that. But it could be interesting maybe to see if one of the teams tries to throw some in, incorporate it, and go really heavy on that style. Instead of waiting for the kills to come in, producing them yourself could be interesting, you know, just on splat zones standard, and especially on Crab Leg.
Definitely, especially if we see that roller come back in, being able to control both of the small ditches on both sides of the map, being able to control the enemy one, making it so they cannot push behind the zone is really powerful, and Kraken on this map is really good at scattering the enemy team and making them unable to paint the zone.
Oh yeah, that Kraken is going to be a giant presence and is going to lead to some great pushes right here on what's usually a shorter map. But we're going to go ahead, get in here. Oh, my beautiful end zap comes out. My beloved is there. And we're not going to have any rollers, but we do have a brush, which is looking cool.
Definitely. It's very interesting to see a rapid blaster coming out with the strikes. They're looking to be able, they're running double strikes, looking to get their specials and just force the enemy off the zone. Team Titans will be taking the first zone control, but it will quickly go back to neutral. Chumps coming out. Rapid Blaster doing their best to try and force the enemy team. Strikes coming out already, and counter strikes coming from both teams.
There we go, yeah. It's going to be going control towards the side of the Titans. But kind of the thing here is that this first fight is really important, and more so for the side of Creamed Corn. You can see their composition is more looking towards holding the site. The retake is going to be a little bit harder for them now here. They're going to initiate with strikes, but the thing is that there's always going to be a response from the side of Titans. However, the response isn't coming in quite fast enough, and now Left Twix able to get in the back and get a kill and just cooperate with the painting.
Brush doing a great job at making sure that no one can drop off those ledges. The Zipcaster coming out, not going to be finding anyone, but forcing the enemy team to just wait a tad bit. Strikes coming out, Ray coming out. Team Titans will be trying to take the zone here. They're 52 going down. Roller taking the flank. The 52 on the side of Cream Corn is fighting that. Flings a bucket coming in, finding two. Two down on both sides. Team Cream Corn is 3 down. Strikes coming out though. Team Titans will be taking the zone.
There you go. And this, again, a lot of fighting back and forth, and the response with specials has been great from both teams. They understand that that's how they have to counter each other, and it's kind of what I'm saying. You can see 57-45, the zone is staying neutral for a long time in these fights. No one's able to hold on to it for quite long enough to really separate.
Team Cream Corn trying their best to paint for their specials, so look for that opening. They have very little time before lead will be flipped, and the lead goes to Team Titans right now, though zone is getting neutral as Ray strikes, and another strikes will be coming out soon from that Rapid Blaster. 52 going down, missiles coming out, another strikes coming out, and zone will be going to Cream Corn.
A little mistiming there on the strikes, perhaps. Not able to capitalize as much as could have wanted. Drywall looking up, but unfortunately gets taken out right there. And yeah, a nice little lead take, able to kind of put together a few fights to hold on there on the side of of Titans. And they're going to hold on to it right here. You can see Lagoon, who's putting down his whales, just trying to separate the team from Nebraska here. And it's doing a lot of work, making sure that they can hold on for longer, just not letting enough pain presence stay. And a beautiful kill from Lagoon as well.
Lagoon doing a great job at what a 52 is supposed to do, which is throw down that wall and be an annoyance. The H-chips coming out, shooting off their Ray. They have to get picks here. 2 down on the side of Titans. Team Cream Corn really needs to take advantage of this, taking the zone and looking to get this T-Tech out of here. The 52 drops onto them, giving them that wall as their 52 on the side of Cream Corn is forced to look both ways. Team Titans is popping their specials and are looking to take the zone right now. NZAP's on it, and they will be taking the zone.
Yeah, right here, I think the key for Cream Corn to go ahead and close this out, they just need to play defensively. They're being able to take the site on some rare occurrences there, but then they're maybe playing a little too pushed up right there. You could see that was just some excellence from Titans. They just came in and kind of neutralized the competition, but whenever Creamed is there, they need to make sure that they stay on site. They just kind of stay back a little bit. Sometimes they overextend, and that's kind of being brutal here. And in the last minute, they're going to need to make sure they hamper down on it.
Cream Corn taking the zone, shooting off their rays, shooting their strikes, going all out right now. Zone goes back to neutral. That T-Tech is a thorn in their side. Their T-Tech on the side of Titans goes down. Zone is trying to be painted. Zone goes to Creamed Corn with 35 seconds left on that clock. They really need to hold here, and they really need to make sure that the other team doesn't get their specials off. Team Creamed Corn doing their best to try and flip the zone. Zone goes back to them. 20 seconds that's left on that clock. Both teams are really feeling the pressure. Both teams really having to push in. The strikes coming out, flipping the zone, giving Team Cream Corn penalty. And it's not looking too good for them.
That is tough. They had it there. They're going to have control. Probably going to get the overtime. No, they lose it in the last moment. But overtime does get ticked.
Ticking down. Zone is being neutral. They need to flip it very soon. They flip it at the last second. Team Cream Corn back in it. They still have that overtime. Oh, but it isn't enough. Team Titans will be taking the third set.
Wow, nice stuff from Titans there. And yeah, right at the end, Cream Corn doing their best to try to hold on right there, but it's just a special game from Titans, what just edged out towards the end. And led to some great comebacks. Again, Titans, they want to play a little bit more aggressive into this comp, and they had the special usage and the special timing in order to really execute on that and make the pushes happen. Yeah, I mean,
our current score with our current score of Titans 2 to Cream Corn 1. Both teams are playing a really good game right now. Team Titans just so happen to be edging out with are going on to our fourth match of tonight on Tower Control Humpback Pump Track, a recently returning map on Tower Control. I'm not a huge fan of Tower Control on this map. To be fair, I'm also not a huge fan of this map to begin with, so...
No, this is definitely a map for the Splatoon 2 players. We have fond memories here, for sure. And I mean, I think the tower control situation on this map is kind of interesting. They're kind of going to be looking more towards how they're going to take each point. There's a very strong defense for the last checkpoint here. It's kind of brutal for tower control compared to other maps, but Humpback really does that. However, sometimes you want to sacrifice the first checkpoint on this map, depending on how the fights start for you. So it's kind of going to be a lot of decision making here. This is the thinking man's tower control map for sure, but we do see someone coming in, someone helping out. We're going to get a sub for Asterisk.
Asterisk is a... I'm hoping to see his their Tri-Slosh coming out, as this is a very good map for those really quick killing weapons that can take advantage of the fact that it's very sloped and very easy to get around. Seeing a Tri-Slosh play on this map is very interesting, almost as interesting as seeing a Carbon.
Yeah, for sure. Like, any bucket, any roller loves to have a field day here with those kind of sloped terrains, as you're saying, Butter. And we've seen both teams favoring the weapons, so we could see even more of that coming in. Maybe we did see the double roller coming on the first map, and this is a map where Dynamo has been played. We saw Dynamo being played week 3, which is the sets that we're playing here. So wouldn't be surprised if maybe they decide to run the double roller again. This is definitely a map where you would love to see something like that.
It definitely is, especially on tower control, where you can get full coverage over that tower, and being able to take the first checkpoint and just being able to stop the other team from being on it until you are dead is really powerful on this map and mode.
Yeah, for sure. But we're going to go ahead and get in. Chat, let's see those creamed corn fans come out because they need your help. Currently down one map. But we're going to get started. There we see the Dynamo. We see a Blaster. We see a Slosher. And
we see an undercover brawler coming out. A very uncommon weapon. Very interesting to see how Team Cream Corn will be playing around that. They're running a very heavily aggressive comp that is looking to take that flanks. The roller coming back out on the side of Cream Corn. The Blaster trying to fight this undercover right to start us off, as Team Titan seems to be taking most of mid control, especially with that Blaster being able to fight the other team.
Yeah, very individualistic comp coming in for Cream Corn. I bet that the X-Splosh is screaming their head off having to paint all of this for him. But definitely going to be dependent on those picks. We saw one come in early, and that's going to be a checkpoint already being taken there. It's going to be finished out, just about 3 ticks left. But yeah, it's going to be these individual plays like what you see H-Chips doing up at the top, getting a trade, and that's honestly fine for this composition. You're completely fine with the trade.
The undercover brawler popping the reslider, going in, forcing the enemy team to look at them instead of the tower, as the tower is just being able to go and go and go, bringing them all the way to 52 points, which is huge on this map.
Yeah, and we can see right here, Kuro playing the Blaster for the side of Titans, a staple for tower control along with Sloshers. And it's going to be kind of a hassle. That might be a key target that you're looking at of for example, H-Chips right there coming in behind. That's something that you don't want to see during your push. And it's going to be great.
Coming out, getting 3, looking for that quad. Kraken cracking the enemy team.
You saw him, he could have gone for him.
Bringing them down to 3, stopping their push entirely. We're going to the overhead view here. This H-Chips hunting down that Blaster. They trade out. Dynamo out of ink, goes down. 3 minutes are left on that clock. Team Cream Corn is riding that tower. The Explo doing exactly what they need to do, being able to shoot over these walls. They're going to be taking a quick break from the tower just to take that T-Tac out and continue to get back on.
Yeah, just like you're saying, Butters, right now everyone's kind of doing their job for the side of Cream Corn. You see Drywall right there, making sure to keep those kind of longer walls taken care of. And then you have someone like H-Chip just getting in and looking for those key targets. And then, I mean, Astrakus, who came in as the sub, just kind of going in, just having a good time right now. And, you know, maybe dying a little bit, but definitely doing work as one of those individualistic players.
Team Green Corn bringing it all the way to 18. A great push coming out, especially on this map. 18 is almost unwinnable. It's practically a KO in my eyes, but Team Titans definitely can bring it back. The mines coming out, finding a pick on their own as the undercover brawler is back on that tower, trying to fight that blaster.
Yeah, and as you're saying, 18 is brutal. That is kind of a KO on this map. Again, that last checkpoint is atrocious to try to get through. But right here, if they are able to take it here, Titans, if they're able to bring it all the way back, it's going to be interesting how the team decide to play it. But I'm betting that Cream Corn doesn't want it to get there. H-Chip's in the back, looking for that last kill on the blaster, being an absolute nuisance, not letting Kuro get away with anything so far.
Team Creamed Corn sitting on that tower. That undercover brawler knows all too well that they can fight that blaster, and there's not much that blaster can do about it. Roller coming from behind, taking them out. One down on the side of both teams. Minute and 10 left on that clock. Roller's got themselves the Kraken, but they're going down with it. Brush coming up, trading out the T-Tech.
Yeah, we keep on talking about the undercover because they're usually in the front line, but there's definitely nothing undercover about their game right now. Just making sure to get in there, and you can honestly do that. They're not running something popular which we've seen since the last update, which has been just the heavy cooler comps. But still, that's kind of the playstyle you want to employ here with the composition from Cream Corn. You just want to be playing really fast, really in there, like we're seeing right here with the with the Brella. Might not get a kill, but you're just in there. You're delaying right now, and that's all you need. This is essentially defense through offense for the side of Titans.
The Brella knows exactly what they need to do, which is just pick fights with people that cannot kill him. The Blaster and the Dynamo have an extremely hard time killing them, and if he's the one fighting them, they're not fighting the Explo, and the Explo can just sit on that tower and continue to ride it. Team Green Corn knows exactly what they're doing, and they're going to be getting the point for it.
There you go. They're bringing it back. They got the win, and they're going to equal out the set. That brings us to 2-2. These teams literally staying 1-for-1, just like they are in the standings.
We'll be going on to our fifth match of tonight, bringing us to Rainmaker on Manta Marina. Team Green Corn probably looking to run a similar comp as they can just, if they play their cards correctly, get that Rainmaker, throw down all of their specials, throw down that Kraken, throw down that Reslider, giving them that opportunity to just make a quick push for that tower, for the podium, and just get the checkpoint and get the KO and be in and out quick.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting to see if they decide to run the Brella again. I think it has a pretty good kit enough for this map. However, obviously the main weapon is a little bit undertuned currently, and yeah, we are going to see some switches come in. But it was a really interesting idea that we got to see, right? Playing the cooler comp without the cooler, just playing fast, and it really seemed to just disgruntle the game plan for the side of Titans, right? They've been kind of the aggressors. That's what we've seen in the maps that they've been winning. So when they had to delay that aggression, when they were kind of a little bit split on how they wanted to do it, that just created so much time, so much opportunity, and allowed the map and the control of the game to just be handed to Cream Corn.
Definitely, and it definitely seemed like Team Green Corn was looking to get that Brella because they know that the Brella can survive that Dynamo swing, can survive that Blaster, and can survive that quick brush encounter, and just being able to get in and pop the shield, then leave if they don't get anything, or wait for that Expo to get that little bit of chip damage in and finish them off with the Brella, get that shield back up and continue to go in. They definitely looked like they knew how to counter this team on that map.
Yeah, for sure. But it does seem like the Brella experiment is over as, oi, Vermi is back. So we're going to see a little bit of a return for the side of Creamed Corn. And we're going to Manta Maria, as you said, Rainmaker. So the play has to change a little bit now because the speed at which your composition is going is the speed at which you're gaining points. You're not kind of restricted by the checkpoints anymore and by the tower speed. Now it's you deciding the pace more so and more directly.
Definitely. That's what makes Rainmaker such an interesting mode, as you really do set the pace of your game. And it can be as quick as a 1-minute game, or it can go way into overtime with no one getting any points.
Yeah, and we've seen with the way these teams are playing, with the way that these teams understand their matchup, it's guaranteed to be a banger and go all the way. Composition's coming in. That's going to be our first charger, I believe, that we see for the day, and the double bucket.
The Explo coming out, a signature of Cream Corn as it is right now. Along with the Tri-Slosher coming out, continuing to give the aggressive plays from Team Cream Corn, along with giving them that cooler charger coming out to hopefully try and counter these aggressive plays and catch Team Cream Corn off guard with their aggressive plays.
Yeah, right here, Lagoon taking an early position and up on this high ground. Probably feeling really nice about that, and even is able to get a kill in the back. Right here, quite a bit of distraction. Left Twix really isn't liking that too much, decides to go in and take it, but could be an interesting strategy if they decide to go for it. And we see the back coming out, really popular idea right there, right? Just get the back in front of the Rainmaker and just neutralize it. A little bit of a death, but that's okay. You got the job done. You can respawn next time, buddy.
Rollers going into a bout, raiding each other out. It's just the Charger and the Blaster sitting in mid. Explo knows where they are, trying to get them to move. Tri-Slosh, unfortunately, dropping into a 52 gal, forced to back up a bit. They have the Soda to work with. Rainmaker is still in its shield. Team Cream Corn looking to pop that as they have 3 specials to work with. Tri-Slosher going down, Explo going down. Teamed Titans know exactly where the remaining players are. Rollers fighting each other. Team Green Corn will be winning the roller bout.
Yeah, and that's kind of a savior's play right there, because a little bit of miscoordination just had the two teams, or sorry, not the two teams, Corn essentially playing as two teams. A little bit too split right here. They know where this Charger is. They want to take him out real nice, really quick. Does take a while, but they're going to get some good push here. Maybe looking towards the right, and the Soda's going to come out. That's going to be big. The push begins here.
Comes out. Ray comes out to try and stop it. This flings a roller, trying to get themselves that missiles. But the quick thinking from the 52 gal on the side of Titans will be getting the Rainmaker out of position and out of their hands. Team Titans looking to pop the Rainmaker, going to be getting it. Tri-Slosher is looking at that Rainmaker.
Yeah, really nice flank here, and a really good save, being able to kill the Rainmaker so far back. That was kind of crucial, because there was a lot of death happening on the side of Cream Corn towards the front. That could have been kind of brutal, and it could have been a checkpoint coming in, getting that podium, but it didn't seem to happen. So nice pick. I'm not quite sure who got in the back, but really big.
Really is. 2 down on the side of Titans. Team Green Corn is looking to take advantage of this. The roller going in, getting hit by a mine. A bit unfortunate, going to be stopping them from making an aggressive play for just a bit. They're really trying to paint up and get that Kraken, but unfortunately going to be forced to go back from most of Team Titans.
Yeah, H-Chip was told to sit down there a little bit with those mines, which are going to be kind of crucial here when you're going up against the roller, right? Especially with the Kraken trying to get behind, maybe find a nice little angle. Really crucial, you have to keep an eye on him. And right there, you can see Kraken coming in, playing a little bit of a ring around the rosy on the podium. but H-Ship ends up coming out on top as the podium almost gets taken, but not quite enough. It seems like Lagoon time after time being able to stop that Rainmaker. Not quite enough here. It will be checkpoint.
Rainmaker, checkpoint broken on both teams. H-Chip's really pushing up right here, looking to take out the 52 gal. 52 gal goes down. H-Chip taking another fight, goes down to the Ink Vac and Blaster combo. Rainmaker shield getting popped by the vacuum and getting another person.
Oh yeah, beautiful kill there. Beautiful placement on the Vac shop. And now Ampri looking here on the high ground, just happy to have all of this space to just look down at. Has been having to play on the sides a little bit, but finally does get pushed out. This has kind of been the story of Ampri's life so far. But the Vac hasn't been able to find too many pushes. Probably just waiting for a nice kill like that to piggyback off of. But now they have to deal with 2 ults. Zipcaster, 3, make that 3, because you also have a Cooler, and you're going to have to deal with the Kraken.
Vac is coming out. Kraken has been popped, but they're going to be going down before it's fully active. The vacuum's not going to be finding anyone, but with 17 seconds left on that clock, King Creamcorn is really feeling that pressure right now. All they have to do, though, is get it past the checkpoint, and they get the victory. 8 seconds left on that clock. Missiles are coming out on them. The Rainmaker is starting to panic. They know that they're being hunted. The Blaster, the Charger, the 52, they're all looking to get this guy out of the commission. 40 seconds is left on that clock. Ray is coming out. Zipcaster out on the side of Creamcorn, but it isn't enough! Charger taking them out.
A nice little MLG shot right there coming out from Ampri to finish out the map, handing it by only a single point to the side of Titans.
Both teams doing a great job of what we've seen so far in this match, and just holding and waiting for the enemy team to push into them, then pushing back out into mid, and then having the other team do the exact same thing and just keeping the game close. And we're now on to match point.
Yeah, I find it really interesting that the teams are deciding to play a little bit more passive, a little bit more of the waiting game on these maps, where usually you're the one who gets to dictate how fast you go, and you just kind of want to like run into a wall, you want to go for it. Instead, they're being patient, they're playing it more methodically. You can even see it in the compositional decisions they're making. And instead, on some of the, you could argue maybe slower, more defensive maps, like tower control, like your zones, right? Instead, they're wanting to rush the pace, they're wanting to get in and make these really, really big pushes. So it comes down stylistically, but it's funny to kind of see how that has been working. And now that we're going to Clam Blitz, which is, by the way, going to be kind of match point here for Titans, it's going to be interesting to see who is able to either stave off the other team more, or who's able to essentially take the envelope and deliver the loss to the enemy team.
Definitely, especially coming into our on ship shape Clam, but it's a very claustrophobic and choke heavy map. We'll be seeing hopefully a pretty similar comp to what we saw on Clam Blitz on Eel Tail. As this map plays fairly similar to it, just a bit more open, getting closer to the basket, but getting to the basket is just as choke heavy as we saw on Eel Tail.
Oh yeah, in the last few weeks we've seen on the stairs to get up to that basket that some teams have had a little bit of trouble. They've needed to relearn how to take a step forward up on some of the stairs. It's kind of tough getting up onto that Clam platform. And also, we've seen that both of these teams are more than happy being able to run some roller comps, right? On a map, as you're saying, that's as claustrophobic as ship shape. Sometimes you just pop up, you accidentally shoot, and you end up killing too, right? So that could be something fun that we could see as well on this map.
It definitely would be interesting to see what both teams decide to come. I'm hoping to see that roller coming back in. And I'm interested to see how they're going to be playing the role that around the Kraken, especially on this map, and how they play the roller on this such wide open map. It'll be very interesting to see how both teams play around it.
Yeah, and we're going to see a return of that Charger. It will stay. We do have a Rapid, though, coming as well. Both teams still running those rollers that they do enjoy. Drywall, of course, you know, gonna be on the X-Flow.
Both teams trying to take control of mid. Team Creamed Corn will be taking a very aggressive push off the beginning. Charger being forced to fight. The roller, the brush, but going down to that. H-Chips seeing their opportunity, fighting off that Flingser roller. Brush doing a great job at holding the top left. They have Zipcaster ready. Ray coming out on the side of Team Titans. Brush coming in, finding 2!
That's beautiful.
3 down on the side. Cream Corn has the Kraken. We see a Super Clam go in.
Oh yeah, and you can expect more of what you just saw right there from our brushes. They're just going to be trying to harass those top left and right platforms right there, getting in, and essentially just being absolute nuisances for the back line. Because it's really hard. You don't have a lot of room to move around in, but a lot of jumps, just trying to get some repositioning. But a ginormous push right there. That's 50 points coming in. That is half of this game over for the side of Titans.
Definitely, this map, just like how Eel Tail is. If you get in, you get those points. Team Titans knows this, and we're able to make that opening push and just control that. 3 down on the side of Creamed Corn, but there is 2 down on the side of Team Titans. Flingser and Charger looking to push up and get a kill here. The Flingser going down. Charger's forced to back up.
Yeah, right there, just kind of trading in the middle. A lot of paint as well being traded. And right here, H-Chips just living on the left. Again, just trying to sustain that area, trying to make sure that no one gets a little too ambitious. As you can see, Lagoon making the space and allowing for the kill from Ampri. But not too much action. It seems like they kind of want near a wipeout to be sure to just get in clearly and then be able to score points off of that. They don't really want to have to fight too much in mid.
Definitely, this Rapid Blaster looking to just find that chip damage on someone else, call over their brush or roller, and let them go at him. The roller goes down on the side of Team Creamed Corn, but the Flingser goes down on the side of Team Titans. 3 specials already on the side of Team Titans. The Blaster directs the X-Flow as Team Titans are graying, getting that clam in as the basket is now open. We're going to be seeing jumps coming in, but it isn't enough, and we see a whiff.
Yeah, not quite able to stick that landing right there.
Team Titans not going to be able to get much out of that other than a few penalty points being gone. Lagoon coming up and finding left Twix, taking them out as Team Titans will be taking the top part of their mid, looking to hold that and just wait for the enemy team to push into them, make a few mistakes, and fall to their respawn locker.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You gotta wait for the mistakes, and not just one. You have to wait for a chain of mistakes to come in for either side. That's gonna be a little bit of a struggle. Then after that, you gotta make sure you traverse the map as well. So quite a lot of win conditions here for how both of the teams are wanting to play. But kind of the person who's been doing that has been Lagoon, who does get taken out unfortunately, but really been finding those opportunities and opening up spots for the side of Titans.
Inkjet coming out on the side of Cream Corn. Charger trying to take a pot shot at it. Zipcaster coming out, hopefully trying to fight that Charger right there. Both of the rollers in a quick bout. A great shot coming, taking out the brush as Team Cream Corn is making their push in. Clam goes in. They have their opportunity right now. Will they be able to capitalize it? Getting 1 clam in, bringing it all the way down to 74, but 3 are down on the side of Cream Corn. It's just a roller. The roller is not going to be able to hold it for very long.
Well, they kind of cut at half of that lead that was there, but it's 40 seconds. They just need to make sure that they play with that power clam that they have, and they just need to get a giant push here. They're going to need to destroy the Titans, though, essentially a wipeout to then control the spawns coming in.
Cream Corn having themselves a ball, so they at least have the opportunity to make an overtime push. Inkjet coming out, Explo following up their shots, Charger taking out the roller. 15 seconds left on the clock. Both teams are feeling the pressure. 10 seconds. We'll most likely be seeing an overtime push right here. The Blaster going down on the side of Team Titans. Zipcaster coming to land back in. We've reached our overtime. 20 seconds is left on the clock. Team Cream Corn is really feeling the pressure right now. Charger holding out their thing. H-Shift coming in, finding one. The jump coming in. Going, the ball goes down. It's just Furman with the basket. And seeming like they are unable to get the points in overtime.
It was all there. Some faulty jumps, perhaps. But it was so close. Cream Corn was just about to get that clam and was just about to make the dream come true and extend the set. But instead, it's going to be Titans looking more like Teen Titans because they absolutely are able to stomp on that defense at the end. Even though it was looking a little frisky, they were able to get the picks they needed and close out the set.
Both teams having a great matchup against each other. Both two really defensive teams that are looking for the mistakes of the other team just so they can take advantage of them and rip themselves open. A great portion, and we're going to be ripping open and getting in and scoring the points. We'll be going to our 7th match as both teams want to finish it out. And we're going to be going to Splat Zones on Mako Mart for a gentleman's match.
This is the gentleman's match. This is essentially the Splatoon 3 map. With what's it called? Some iconic battles happening here, and a lot of roller gameplay on Mako Mart. Both of the teams more than happy with that. We've seen that because you just have a lot of ledge play. That's where the rollers love to be. That's where they love to take advantage of the opponent teams. And so that's going to be a nice little kind of send-off for these two teams regular season. But we're looking at Titans of Alterna coming in, and they're going to take the first seed. Butters, what do you think of that? What do you think of those implications going into playoffs now with that first seed guaranteed for them?
Well, as we've definitely seen through their gameplay, they've definitely just looks like they've earned it. Just from how well they've been able to play, not only with their own teammates, but against the other team's play style, and being able to adapt on the fly, and being able to take advantage of what the other team's downfall is, they definitely play like they are the #1 seed.
Yeah, they play very methodical. It's going to be a really interesting match for the other teams in Div 3, but Cream Corn, nothing to scoff at. They're coming in as 2nd seed, so they're still making playoffs. They're still going to be happy to go in. And they share a lot of those same kind of attributes which we saw from Titans. Just Titans looking a little bit more refined on those today, I think.
Definitely. As we'll be going into our final match, both teams are mostly ready. Will be interesting to see Drywall not in their elements playing on a great map for an X-Splash. Be interesting to see how both teams play around it.
Yeah, but let's take a look at the comps here, because sometimes, for the last map, some teams like to play some funny stuff. We can see a little Zimmy there at the bottom. We can see more of a standard comp. From what we've seen for the side of Cream Corn. But let's see how Titans of Alterna wants to have a little bit of fun here. Playing the Orange Zap, the best weapon in the game by far. And also having that mini Splatling coming in.
Definitely. Team Cream Corn will be taking the zone first. The Chumps will be flipping the zone in the favor of Team Titans, who will be taking the lead. It's not much of a lead, but it is a lead, so you do have to count it. Zimmy throwing out their Toxic Mist, looking to stop Team Cream Corn from making a play here. The brush coming in, taking their left stack, and forcing Team Titans to come into the Explode range and go into the meat grinder.
Yeah, great idea there for the side of Titans. Wanted to get that bubble up a little bit further, ended up not even popping it, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely looking very aggressive here, trying to get in from left Twix. It seems like standard comp is kind of chilling a little bit more. You can see the retake is definitely going to be possible here, but it is going to take a little bit more effort for the side of Titans.
Definitely. As Team Titans are grabbing themselves, as we see this brush right here, looking to make a play, getting up onto the enemy's plat, but not going to be up there for very long, as the rest of Team Cream Corn are trying to get into mid, using that C-Jets,
paint and rain to try and take the zone here. 8 chips, as we've seen, being very aggressive, looking to get the play here, make a pick, get the opening. One going down on the side of Team Titans. 8 chips going in, finding one, looking for that second one. Doesn't see it, but gets stamped all over. Surprise stamp, jump scare, whatever you want to call it. The stamper coming in,
Taking them out and looking to make a play here. Lagoon forced to go and going down to the other rush.
Yeah, the bigger weapon gets the bigger kill right there, as we saw the roller getting taken down right here. And Left Twig's gonna find an opportunity to use the Zipcaster now. Maybe not even gonna need it quite yet, but right here, a lot of kind of side fighting from these teams. They're not too concerned about the point. Whatever happens, happens at that point. But also that Toxic Mist, making sure that you kind of do have to play on the sides here. Have to play a little bit creatively, find some opportunities. And right here, we have Cream Corn continuing to take it down, 45 on them.
Cream Corn bringing Team Titans down to the last member, bringing no penalty left, 33.
They have little time to work with.
They have that rain on the side of the Explo. Explo taking one out, but 3 down on the side of Cream Corn. It's just that Jet, and the penalty points will be coming back to the side of Team Cream Corn as Team Titans are still in the game.
Yeah, nice fadeaway attempt there, looking like Dirk Nowitzki for the X-Splosh. But just, it's going to go back here to the side of Titans, and they do have a lot to recover. And they're essentially one fight, I mean, they do have the penalty, but they're one fight away there, really having to play in action. And right here, these strikes are going to have to be big, not quite enough. It's just going to keep ticking down for the side of Cream.
Cream Corn bringing Team Titans down to the last member. The Hammer coming out. Hammer's not going to be finding anyone. Unfortunate throw. Zipcaster coming out, taking out the Splash-O-Matic, but not going to be taking anyone else out with it. The end zap going in, going to be going down. 17 points are remaining, and we're almost out of penalty. The penalty is gone, and the pressure is now completely back on for Team Titans as they have to take the zone control right here. The brush coming in, and is going to be allowing the rest of Team Titans to paint up that zone and bring it back to their favor.
Very nice, and now you get to play defense for the side of Titans. Titans want to do that. They have the composition to be able to, but it's going to be a long one right here. 50 ticks at 50 seconds, and they're losing control. Can't allow that. You got to make sure the paint pressure is there. And even though a lot of the fighting is being taken on the sides, you're now having to deal with that penalty because you're just kind of not putting the focus on mid that needs to be there. It goes back to them.
Team Titans popping their chumps, getting their specials out, taking the zone for themselves. With that 20 seconds left on that clock, they are really looking to hold here. The brush going down and the end zap going down. This is looking like an opening for Team Cream Corn, and this is all they need. Strike coming out in desperation. 16 seconds are left. The brush coming in, taking the pick. 12 seconds is left. The bubble coming out. Left tricks going in. Going to be trading the Sync Mini. Is its zone still in neutral? The 8 ships doing what they're trying to do, and we're going to overtime. Team Titans looking to take the lead from here. The Hammer coming out, and we're going to be seeing the lead switch in overtime.
Taking it down to the wire. Titans is going to end up taking the match off of a beautiful hammer right at the end. That was some really nice gameplay, some really clutch genes coming out for the side of Titans, who are going to close out the set with a win on the map and a win in the game. But still, as you were saying, Butters, a beautiful performance from both teams. Cream Corn showing off that they have the stuff to play up against these top teams in their divisions, and that they're a threat. They well could have come out today as the first seed, but just Titans deciding to show off a little bit today, deciding to be a little extra to get that win, but still both teams looking amazing going into the playoffs.
Definitely. Well, that seems to be it for us. Thank you all for associating yourselves with us for tonight. I've been one of your comms, Butters. I don't have a Twitter, so instead I'll be quoting my good friend Omazen, #GoPurdue.
And I've been Nasu11910. I am technically on Twitter at Nasu11910. I don't use that thing though. I just use it for Jimmy Butler memes. But please check out Splatoon at UH. We're doing some great stuff over there. Both of our teams currently undefeated, fighting this Sunday on this same channel right here, CCA, for the first seed as well in Div 2. So make sure to join us for more action this Sunday as our reschedule week comes to an end along with the closing of our regular season. That has been us. Thank you so much for joining us for some Splatoon action. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Have a good one.